I saw something last week I wasn't supposed to see. I was leaving the office with a few colleagues. Evening light, people everywhere. And then I spotted him in the crowd, my sales guy, the one who's honestly irreplaceable. Strong numbers, clients trust him. He walks in, he knows what to do. But over the past few months, I'd noticed something. A day off here, an absence there, always with reasons that sound true. His mother's sick, an uncle died, a hospital appointment, the kind of things you don't question. Except something felt off, like watching the same number appear twice and thinking, no, I can't be the only one who noticed this. So I asked around, carefully. One of the team said, I think I saw him on the street that day. The day he said the uncle passed. He was with friends, laughing. There's a moment when you realize a word someone said to you, a word you believed, was a lie. It's small, but it changes something. Last week I saw him again. Same street, different day. He was with the same group. They were laughing. And the reason he'd given me that morning was another absence, another loss in his family. I kept walking. I didn't say anything. And that's the thing about being a manager that nobody really talks about. You know, he's the best at what he does. You know, losing him costs money, time, training someone new. You know, the numbers will drop. You know, the company will feel it. So you calculate, confront him, and you lose your best performer. Let it go. And you become the person who saw something and chose not to see it. The second option seemed easier. There's a weird moment in management where you have to decide what you're actually responsible for. Are you responsible for how the work gets done? Or are you responsible for what the person becomes while doing it? The first question has a clean answer. The second one doesn't. Here's the question I've been sitting with. If you needed surgery, bad injury, and the surgeon you'd hire is the best in the city, but you know he's unfaithful to his wife, do you hire him or take his assistant? I'd hire him. If my son needed that surgery, I'm not looking for the most honest surgeon. I'm looking for the best hands. So I told myself, I'm a manager. I'm delegated to run this company well, not to be the keeper of souls, not to judge, just to keep things working. But here's what I can't quite settle with. When I walked past him that evening, he didn't know I'd seen him. He had no idea. And for a second, just a second, I saw something in how he held himself, like he was carrying something small and heavy at the same time. Maybe he needed that day. Maybe the lie wasn't about stealing time. Maybe it was about needing to disappear for a few hours without explaining why. I don't know. And I told myself I don't need to know. But last night I was thinking about the surgeon question again, and I realized something. The difference between hiring him for his hands and hiring him while pretending his hands are all that exists, that difference is thin, almost invisible, and I'm not sure which side of it I'm on anymore. The thing about choosing not to see something is that you still see it. You just stop acting like you do, and there's a cost to that. Not a big cost, not the kind that keeps you awake, but a small one, the kind that adds up over time, over decisions, over moments like this one. The company is doing fine. He still works here. I still don't say anything when he's gone, and every time I see his name in a message or a report, there's this small moment where I wonder if I chose convenience and called it pragmatism. Maybe they're the same thing.